Back at the line, here they are, the teammates, John Force Racing, Auto Club car of Robert Hight, and the Castrol car, celebrating 25 years, John Force. Well, John Kernan now has Alan Johnson on that loss.
Well, Alan, you got one car into the final with Larry Dixon. Thought you were going to get Dell in there, but a whole shot. I mean, you know, kind of bittersweet, I guess.
Well, you know, we can't win with both cars unless they're both in the final. So it was kind of disappointing that he got upset right there. But you know, the car's running great, and if it continues to run this way, we're going to get our wins. You know, he's gotten a whole shot at a couple times, but that guy's too good to let that happen for long. So I'm looking forward to him to rebound well. We're going to do good in the next 3 races.
Thank you, Alan.
How are the lanes doing for Nitro as the body goes up on John Force's car? Seems like the lanes have moved back and forth all day, Mike.
Well, the lane of choice has been the left, and you see it's 18-9. And when we first started the top fuel cars, they were kind of taking the right lane, and then they've since have moved all over the left-hand lane. I think they're still pretty even, but you know, obviously, if you're a crew chief and you see everybody making the best run to the left lane, that's where you're going to go.
And Mike, Robert told me earlier that they've had a couple hundreds on John all day long. They're just going to keep doing what they've been doing all day, going A to B and make John beat him.
Force coming off his win at Bristol. Hight is 11-9 racing fourth. Okay. What was that? A 4:24 win for John Force. Robert Hight just sitting there.
It was flickering the light, the staging light is shooting.
Boy, I don't know what happened there.
He said it was too low in the front. He said it was flickering the light. But the light never came down.
Well, I'll have to go back and look at it. Sounded like they said it was flickering the light. And what they're talking about is a stage light. So Robert probably thought he wasn't all the way in, but yet the tree was activated, and that's why Robert didn't hit the throttle. Watch the stage light, left side where Robert's in there. I didn't see any flickered at that point. Now, we looked at it right before the light came on. It might have been flickering a little bit before that, but let's see if we get another look at it. Now, they're both pre-staged. Now, it'll be the stage light on the right-hand side right there. And you see it just barely flicker right there. It's kind of hard from that shot, but or from that angle, that far down the racetrack to see what happened.
I don't know if that was a flicker or a mirage, really, Mike.
I mean, it could have been a distraction. We're gonna hear about team orders, but there was no reason to have them at this point. I just think it was just a total malfunction on the part of Robert Hight.
What do you think, Dave Reed?
I think there's still a lot of confusion. Jimmy Prock is making his argument right now.
It's not too low. I put my foot in the beam.
Go talk to Dan Olson.
Now, one thing they might be saying is the body is too low, because what happens is the car wants to stage with the front tire instead of the body. If the body's too low, the body will flicker that beam, and that will be a problem. Because what would happen is if he would have hit the throttle, if that thing would have been staged with the spoiler, if Robert would have hit the throttle as soon as he saw Amber, he would have got a red light, because he wouldn't have got the rollout, and the car would have went too quick, it would have broke the beam immediately.
I bring the tire with my foot.
How do you turn the first two off?
Dave Reed.
Jimmy Prock, what did you see?
We didn't get a tree, and they're trying to tell me the body's too low. The tire gets brought up to my foot. It goes past the beams. It was a malfunction.
Jimmy Prock.
I mean, there's definitely some issues, and Jimmy said they didn't get a tree, so, and what that means is their side that never got activated. But I thought I saw Ambers on both lanes. Now you see Robert's pre-stage, John pre-stages, and let's see who goes in first. I think it was Robert that went in first, possibly, if I remember right. Yep, there he goes. I'm not seeing any blinking, and I see the tree come down. I don't really see what the issue was there.
Was there?
Wow. More than a little confusing, and you wonder what everybody's going to do about it.
But was there a red? In other words, did they give him a red? If there's a red, the tree won't come. I didn't look. Was there a red ball?
No.
Okay.
If you got the first two, then the body can't be.
Well, that discussion's going on.
You see right there, they're measuring the body down there. It's a 3-inch minimum. It has to be 3 inches or higher so that it doesn't stage with that beam on the starting line, and actually stages with the tires.
Well, it looks like they were able to walk that around the nose without any problem.
Well, the fact is, I mean, the amber light came on, and if Robert would have reacted to that amber light and it would have went red and he wouldn't have got the rollout, we would have been able to look at the numbers and tell. But the fact that he waited and then left, now we can't really tell, because basically what happens, if it would have staged with the spoiler, he would not have gotten the rollout, and his 60-foot time would have been way off. But since he waited quite a while, we weren't able to take a look at. Well, in fact, you know, his 60-foot was a 9:21. I see it right here, so I don't see that being an issue.
So what do you think they're going to do? That's the big question.
Forces the winner.
John Forrest, he's coming back. No doubt wondering what's going on down there. Robert Hight still wants to figure out what is going to happen.